Right, Shalom, Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Baharakah, Kadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And I want to respond to something I heard in this video concerning Jeffrey Epstein. So I'm just going to play the video real quick.
Yesterday, he was found dead here, in his cell in Manhattan. The Federal Bureau of Prisons called it an apparent suicide. His victims say they have now been robbed of justice, as he will never face the consequences of the crimes he committed.
Now, if you're a carnal, then you would think that. But if you're spiritual and you understand the scriptures, you would know that this man, any violations or injustices he has committed and any iniquity that he has committed here on earth in this lifetime, he's going to pay for in the next. Right? That is the understanding, because it is on earth that you're judged, that you receive judgment, that you suffer. And he is going to suffer on earth when he returns in the kingdom of heaven. Because we're at the time for the ushering in of the kingdom of heaven. And he's going to be punished along with the rest of the nation of Edom and the heathens. They're going to be punished according to their iniquity. Alright, so justice is going to be served against him. His death hasn't disannulled justice. Justice is coming. Alright, a lot of these Edomites, man, they've been doing wickedness and they ain't been judged for it. They've been going strong. But the judgment is gonna come in the kingdom. And we're gonna actually know the list of their iniquities, and we're gonna punish them accordingly. Alright? Point blank period. This is Hebrews 9:27. It says, and as it is appointed unto men once to die. So this Jeffrey Epstein, he's lived his life. He was born of a woman, as we all are, of the seed of man, and he did his works on earth, and his works are going to be weighed in the balance. Okay, and that's the judgment is represented as balance. And now he's died and he's gone to the spirit world. It's going to be assessed as to whether he has paid for his iniquities. And if he hasn't paid, he's going to have to pay for them when he comes back. And he will do. All right, so he's died once, but after this, the judgment. He's going to be judged in the spirit world. Right, and he's going to have to play out that judgment down here on earth. Right, and I speak as a man, but I believe he gonna have to be coming back in the kingdom, all right, and receive the punishments. Now you might say, no, that's not your job. Well, it actually is the job of the saints to punish the nations. All right, this is Psalms 149. Sorry, Psalms 149. All right, that's why the scripture tells you in Revelation 2:25, the Lord's gonna give us power over the nations. When you go into the word power, it means judicial power. They had the power to judge, to execute sentences, to execute punishment. Psalms 149:5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Which the saints, another word for saint is the holy people of the Israelites, right? The seed of Abraham, the chosen ones. Let the high praises of God be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen, which Jeffrey Epstein is a heathen. And you can bet that many of his victims, all right, of child sacrifice and whatever other madness, because the half of what this man has done has never been told. And it's not just him. These elite Edomites, man, they're worse than the biblical Canaanites, man. All right, the half of what these devils are doing in darkness has never been told. The grotesque acts that they do and get away with. The merciless murderers of children. But guess what? It says to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, which he would represent one of the nobles. He was a noble among Esau, an honorable man. To execute upon them the judgment written, dishonor have all his saints, praise ye the Lord. So he's going to go into captivity. And in captivity, he's going to suffer and pay for his transgressions against the Most High. and against the Son of the Most High, and against the holy angels, and against the Israelites, and against the earth, the animals, the plants, and any other transgression he's committed. He's going to pay in full in the kingdom. All right? That's what reincarnation is all about. All right? You pay for your sins on earth. When you go into the law, when you committed a sin and a judgment was decreed, the judgment was on earth. It wasn't in heaven or hell, or what you may deem to be hell. All judgments that the Lord has ever given have been executed on earth. And it's not going to be any different for Jeffrey Epstein. He's going to be back here. He's going to be born of a woman again, and he's going to suffer for his transgressions. All right. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.
So without further ado, here's Chris Green's first report, and then he made an even longer video. We'll take a look at this because this is very interesting to say the least, though. So no matter where they hide, we're going to dig these fuckers up. You know, they're not going to go all together unpunished.
Christopher Green, AMTV, Alternative Media Television. We got the goods on Jeffrey Epstein. He is still alive. I've got evidence. We just recorded this. It is hitting our distributed, decentralized networks as we speak. Stay tuned for the next video. This is all a cover-up. It is a giant conspiracy. His blood had not even run cold yet. They already declared it a successful suicide. I've got news for you. There hasn't been a successful suicide in this prison for 21 years. Jeffrey Epstein was on suicide watch 24/7. Somebody either gave him the tools to hang himself, or he's still alive, which we have evidence to prove. In fact, you know the #1 tactic of the witness protection program in the United States of America, and by the way, there's been close to 20,000 plus people put into it since I think the 1970s, is to feign suicide and or murder. You don't think a guy like Jeffrey Epstein, I mean, guys, this is a billionaire. Okay, he's connected to the deep state. He's the ultimate honeypot. The accusation's so immense and so broad, it could potentially bring down the Clintons. Lolita Express, the allegations of Prince Andrew allegedly raping a 15-year-old girl. I mean, imagine if they would allow this stuff to truly leak. It is not a coincidence that one day after a lot of this dumps, he suddenly disappears. Anyways, stay tuned for the video. I will prove to you that the body that they show you isn't him. In fact, if he wasn't declared dead until he actually went to the hospital, why are they showing him an image of his body as he's being rolled out of the prison? Shouldn't they be resuscitating him? You know, I want DNA evidence. I want to see the CCTV cameras released. I mean, that should only be common sense, but you're never going to get that. Jeffrey Epstein is still in the United States. I disclose in our video, stay tuned, where we think he is. By the way, Julian Assange, WikiLeaks, the wider decentralized web has all this data, and it's about to dump worldwide.
So we'll take a look at this second video here, because this is where it's getting interesting.
Hey everybody, Christopher Green, AMTV, Alternative Media Television. Please get this video out far and wide. Jeffrey Epstein is still alive. Yes, I know that might be tough for some of you to believe, but we have the evidence to prove it. In fact, thousands of files, thousands of documents have been dumped across decentralized networks worldwide. Julian Assange and his organization, his decentralized organization WikiLeaks, is also in possession of said material, and it will be dumping. Just like we got dumps in and around the election of Donald J. Trump that came out on the Clintons and Hillary Clinton. So in the next 24, 72 hours, as we see this roll out over the coming days, more and more evidence will be presented to allege that Jeffrey Epstein is in fact still alive. In fact, suicide and or murder is the #1 tactic of the witness protection program here in the United States. And you don't think a billionaire like Jeffrey Epstein's going to go out like that, do you? I mean, this guy allegedly was a part of gross intelligence agencies here in the United States. He was the ultimate honeypot, ladies and gentlemen, of blackmail that could potentially bring down the Clinton crime family. That's my opinion. I have to say that, my opinion only. By the way, I'm not a journalist. I don't read teleprompters. I'm a media man. And this is the truth and the evidence. Get it out far and wide. First notation you should make, and again, share this video. They don't want you to see this. Taking a look at the alleged body of Jeffrey Epstein raises a number of obvious and logical questions. And it's how we know the picture isn't real. And it's not Jeffrey Epstein. It's a fake. If you take a look at the image, first of all, the fact that they're showing you the alleged dead body only proves that they want you to see that. Otherwise, they wouldn't show it. In fact, think about the last time the mainstream media showed you the dead body of any said criminal. Never? Precisely. Which is exactly why they're showing you the alleged dead body. Because it's not real. And he's been sent into witness protection program. I also will reveal where I think he is. And again, this evidence will be dropping like a bombshell after bombshell in the coming days. I also want to mention, be on your tippy toes, because the mainstream media will obfuscate this Epstein alleged murder, really though he's still alive, and they will be quickly and swiftly changing the mainstream media blueprint and narrative in the coming hours, because they want you off the scent. That's exactly why. They don't want you investigating this. In fact, here's a number of obvious questions. Number one, why are they showing the dead body, which doesn't look like him at all? In fact, if you compare an image of Jeffrey Epstein from known images, and you take a look at his nose, you'll clearly see it's not his nose. His nose has a curvature to it. The alleged, his nose, the dead body photo has a curvature to it. Pictures of Jeffrey Epstein, which there are thousands, if not hundreds of thousands on the internet, don't show that. His ears also don't match the forensics, in my opinion. So the image itself is a joke. First of all, they're showing it to you because they want you to see it. They want to take all investigation and take you off the scent as they put him into witness protection program. Now,
and that's another thing, just like as you're finding out about this, what about Osama bin Laden? Supposedly he was killed and then dumped off a ship, right? They even made you a movie to make you believe that bullshit, right? But then you come to find out that the Osama bin Laden death photo was photoshopped. It was photoshopped from another picture because there really was no Osama bin Laden. This whole thing has been a hoax. And there's been others that have been playing around with videos for years that, and I truly believe that it was a whole Mossad operation. In fact, we know it's a Mossad operation because those responsible for 9/11 was Mossad. That this whole Osama bin Laden thing was in fact President-elect Barack Hussein Obama who posed as Osama bin Laden. Now, they removed those videos off the internet, but yet you could clearly see that if you do a lot of brushing and all that, you would in fact have Obama. So, they've gotten rid of anything Osama is Obama and all that. Of course they have. But you got to realize that all these people are hypocrites. And when I say hypocrite, I mean actors. They're all actors. They're all playing a part, which Amalek controls the media. They control the means. So you'll never know the truth about anything. But nonetheless, though, pretty much, though, this is another one of them staged events. And I highly recommend watching the video in its entirety of this, but I'm just going to play parts of it because, of course, like everything else, though, I'm pretty sure, AMTV, Chris Green has never given me any copyright strikes for using his material because he believes get this information out everywhere. So he's not like that piece of shit Last American Vagabond. That fuck-faced dickhead asshole, fucking gave me a strike, for using his content, but yet he pretended to be like Chris Green, that he wanted the information out there. Really, he's just in it for the money. Even though the information he brings is true, he's in it for the money. And so I, always give out a warning. Don't use his videos anymore, but if you watch his videos, like I do, take the evidence, go to the sites where he gets the information, and then you can put it out yourself. Now, Chris Green in this video is also going on to say that don't be surprised that Julian Assange of WikiLeaks is also dead. Check this out.
Who else was connected? Harvey Weinstein. Right when he was going to trial, I think when he stepped out on one occasion, he showed a book of Elia Kazan because he wanted you to see that. Again, I'm proving the point. They're showing you the body because they want you to see the fake. Also, Julian Assange and his organization, although Julian Assange could wind up dead, actually, very soon, and which is a tragedy. I hope that doesn't happen. I pray for Julian Assange. Send his mother prayers as well. And by the way, it doesn't matter if he lives or dies. WikiLeaks still possesses the information that will dump all of these Epstein documents out onto the wider web, and it can't be stopped. You've probably heard of the dead man switch. It's already out there, folks. It's already on the blockchain. That's why the mainstream media and the deep state's waging a war against blockchain technology. I mean, the last thing that they would want is to empower the groundlings with this kind of information. But the great part about it, it's going to be dumped because it's already out there. The dead man switches have already been activated. What book did Julian Assange show you when he's been on his last legs just a couple of months ago? He showed you a very specific book by a very specific author. I think his name is, I'm going off the top of my head, Gore Vidal, I think. I might be wrong, but I think I've got that right. Who's very famous for exposing the deep state. Why did they show you that? Why is Julian Assange holding that book? Because that's what they want you to see. The mainstream media controls the messaging, controls the narrative. They're only going to show you what it is they want you to see, which is why they showed you the fake of Epstein's body. Again, they weren't trying to revive him. He was only declared dead at the hospital, but they just showed you the picture.
Yep, just like bin Laden, we know that there was no Osama bin Laden. You know, that whole thing has been a hoax. Nonetheless, though, you know, we know that for real, Epstein is not going to escape the punishment of the Most High. You know, and that's just it, though, is, you know, Esau's not going to go altogether unpunished. I mean, ultimately, that's the main title of this whole thing. He will not go unpunished. You know, just kind of piggybacking off of brother GMS Fear the Most High 7 channel, I believe it is. You know, kind of piggybacking off of that because of the fact that, you know, for right now, you know, we can't really do too much to Esau. We're not really to take spoils from him as of yet. But eventually, though, man, Esau's going to be destroyed. And you're just seeing that, you know, as, you know, we know that Chris Green is an Edomite, and we know that he's telling on Esau. So they're telling on themselves. And that in itself opens up a can of worms. So I hope all this has been edifying, you know, and again, this is just part 2 of it. I'm just kind of piecing this together, and like everything else, though, just go out and proclaim this while we still can, while we still have the internet, because, yeah, they're going to hit the kill switch eventually. You know, Esau is tired of the exposure, and he's going to come down having great wrath. You know, that's why constantly they're putting strikes on channels. You go to look at a video, and then you find out that this has been removed by a user. But you know as well as I do, those of us in the truth, why would the user remove it? Well, it's because YouTube flagged the video as hate speech. You know, because to hate something means to not like. Why would we like these Edomites, man? They're nothing but liars, thieves and liars and murderers. So, again, hope this has all been edifying, and until the next one, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakal Kadash, Wa Abab Abal. Barakatum, the hopeful elect. Now back to the brother teaching from Men of Valor 12 channel. Shalom.
Oh, what should I do? What should I do? Alright. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying? People say seek ye your own salvation. I bet if the Most High put that fire to your ass, you'll know what to do. The Most High put that fire to your ass, you will know what to do then. You will know what to do then. The Most High put that fire to your ass, man. Yeah, agents are gonna come and help me. Yeah, that's supposed to happen. We're not surprised by that. Agents, and that's supposed to happen, man. You're supposed to have agents and all that shit. That's supposed to happen, man. That's prophecy. You're supposed to have that, agents and crept in unawares, and Judas Iscariot was amongst the circle, man. You're gonna have that. So who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Just know that you agents out there, you little minions, the Lord gonna kill you, man. The Lord's gonna get your fucking asses, man. The Lord gonna get you, man. All you little minions out there.
You little minions and agents out there, the Lord won't get your ass. Don't worry about it. The Lord's gonna get your fucking ass, man. You know? The Lord's gonna get your fucking ass, man. It's only a matter of time. The Lord's gonna get your ass, man. Here you agents think that you're doing something, but you don't know that the power, the Heavenly Father, is dealing with us, man. He's protecting us. For those that have this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, sincerely looking for the Lord's protecting us, man. So you be playing with fire, man. It's for all you agents out there. All you little agents out there, man, that are scattered amongst the elect. Just know that. You have a death wish. You know? You agents have a death wish. You can't fight against the Most High, man. You can't fight against the words of the Lord, man. You can't. We at the end of this thing, man. We at the end. We at the end, man. Don't let this world fool you, man. This world fool you, man. This world is going down. This world is going down, man. You can see it. 7,500 stores folding up. 7,500 stores folding up. 7,500 stores folding up, man. What, GNC announced 900 stores, Walgreens 200 stores, Victoria's Secret folding up stores. Shit, you got Victoria's Secret, they hired their first transgender model. This is the world that we live in. This is the sick world that we live in, man. This is the sick, demonic, satanic world that we live in. And you got guys say, oh yeah, I don't believe what you're saying. You don't believe what we're saying. What the fuck you mean you don't believe what we're saying? When you look into history, every empire went down. This place has no fucking morals. It never had morals. It was never based on principles. Esau's heart is not of life and good. Esau's heart is of evil and witchcraft. It's all these elites that control this society. Yeah, they are people that control this society. And they're the Edomites, man. Esau, the wicked one. He's Rothschild. There's a reason why they're doing. There's a spiritual reason why they're doing what they're doing. The Illuminati, the whatever you want to call it. In the Bible, they know that they know they're Esau. They know they're Edom, and they know us. It's not coming to them. They know that. They know we're from that inheritance, man. Esau knows that. Esau knows that, man. He knows that we descend from Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. He knows that we're the special people. He knows that. Esau knows that, man. But his thing is to stop us from our power. But you're not going to stop us from our power. But we have a connection to the Lord, man. And yeah, the majority of our people are totally gone. because they don't want to come out the matrix. Their frequencies is low. Mind thought. They don't want to change the energy, man. They don't want to come back to who they are. They want to stay in the state that they're in. Whatever the slave master said I am. But guess what? The slave master is against you. Esau, the ruler of this world, he's against you. And he brainwashed the shit out of our people, man. For hundreds of years, we've been under a spell. We call ourselves black people. You're in a spell. Black people? What the hell is black people? That's a goddamn witchcraft spell. That's a color. How is that a nationality? That's a color. But our people destroyed for lack of knowledge. Our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. They don't know who they are. They don't know where they come from. They don't know their rich history. They don't know that they descend from the greatest people on the planet Earth. They don't know that. That's why they call themselves black. That's why they call themselves whatever they call themselves. Proverbs and bywords. Those are the curses, man. Because for you to say you're an Israelite means that you descend back to the Israelites, means the promises for you, man. The kingdom of heaven's for you. It's like a father. His inheritance goes to his son. That's what we're saying. So we need, knowing this, we need to conduct ourselves and be reborn again and be renewed. And follow the law, statute, commandments that was given to our forefathers to pass down to us from generation to generation. That's a heritage, something that Esau don't want you. Esau don't want you to come back to your heritage. That's why he's attacking this truth, because now our people are waking back to their heritage. Hey, wait a second, I'm not black. I'm not this, I'm not that. I'm an Israelite, man. Hold on. I've been duped. Oh, this is bullshit. This world is a lie. Esau's the devil. I always knew you. See, the puzzles all come together, man. And then you become reborn again. And then you change your life. You start changing your mind frame. You don't follow the pagan customs. You follow the law, statute, commandments. You don't eat. You follow the dietary laws. You follow the marriage laws. You follow the civil laws in the scriptures, man. You don't follow these pagan customs. You don't put your heart in this place. Yeah, you're physically here. Yeah, you work and all that. That's common sense. You have to work. You don't work. You don't eat. You have to work, man. That's the scriptures, man. You sweat of thy brow. That's common sense. You can't come in this truth and be lazy, man. You gotta work. As a man, you have to provide for yourself and provide for your family, man. Because if you're not on your 2 feet, how the fuck you gonna provide for your family? You gotta provide for you. You gotta provide for your family, man. That's what a man does. You want to provide for those around you. How are you gonna provide for those around you if you can't sustain yourself? That don't make no sense. Money's a defense. There's money, there's dollar bills, a defense. You need money to defend you. You need money. That's a defense. You know? And that's how you get the connection with the Most High. When you fight this thing, man. You fight it, you fight it, you fight it, you fight it, you fight it. The mental, man, is the spirit. Are you gonna give in? Are you gonna give up, or are you gonna fight? You know? Are you gonna give in, or are you gonna fight? Are you gonna have your honor integrity, or are you gonna give up? Are you gonna give in, or are you gonna fight? You gotta fight, man, no matter what. And it's not easy, man. No one said it was easy. If it was easy, everybody would have did it, man. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. It's hard. That's why many are called, but few are chosen. You know, there's gonna come times where you're gonna be like, damn, what the fuck, man? Shit, you know? Because everything around you, you're gonna find out the majority is against you, man. They're not in the same frequency you're in. And it's gonna be a lonely road. We always bring that out. If you're scared to be alone, this ain't for you, man. You're gonna be alone, man. It's gonna be lonely days. That's why it says enter at the straight gate. STRAIT, which means hard. Be a soldier of the Lord, man. Be a good soldier. Soldier means solitary, man. So you're gonna catch hell. You're gonna catch hell, man. You're gonna catch hell. There's days where it's gonna feel like you're losing your fucking mind. There's gonna be days where you're gonna feel like you're losing your fucking mind, bro. You're gonna feel like you're losing your goddamn mind. You'll be like, damn, what the fuck, man? You know? There's gonna be days where you feel like you're losing your fucking mind. Like, damn, what the fuck, man? There's gonna be days where you feel like you're losing your fucking mind. Days are flying. Days are flying, man. Days are fucking flying, man. Almost out of here. Traffic and traffic and traffic and traffic. Traffic, 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 traffic. Yeah, man. Famine of the word. Famine of the word is here, man. Famine of the word, man. Famine of the word, man. Because they banned the Bible. They banned the Bible in what, They're trying to ban it in California. They're trying to ban it in California. The UK. That's what the whole FBI leaking the documents of black identity extremists is more dangerous. Black identity extremists is more dangerous and the FBI also said the week before that basically domestic conspiracy theories is basically being a conspiracy theorist. You're basically considered domestic terrorists. So when you talk about conspiracy theories, what they call the conspiracy theories, really conspiracies, because it's facts. These devils is planning some heavy fucking wickedness, man. But even if you talk about their wickedness, they gonna lock your ass up. Ain't this about a bitch? Ain't this about a motherfucker? You can't even talk about the wickedness of these devils. You bring it out, you consider a terrorist. If you bring that out, you are considered a terrorist. So if you bring out Esau's wickedness, that's like a big baby. Here it is, you bring out his wickedness, right? You're considered a terrorist. It's like, wait a second, how am I considered a terrorist when you're the one terrorizing? I'm the one bringing out, through the Spirit of the Lord is revealing to me the wickedness that you're doing, and I'm warning the sheep, and you're calling me a terrorist. Where's the logic in that? You're the one being wicked. You're the one being the devil. You're being the devil. You're being wicked. You're being satanic. You're being the synagogue of Satan. And then we reveal it. And then we're the bad ones for revealing it. Only a devil will do something like that. You ain't gonna admit being the devil. Even when your time of judgment and reckoning comes, you are not gonna admit that you was being the devil. Yeah, that's the devil for you, man. That's what the devil does. The devil acts like he didn't do no wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong. That's a motherfucker, bro. I'm telling you, boy, that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. You're doing all this wickedness, and here it is, we're bringing it out, and then you're calling us terrorists. But you're the one doing the terrorist shit. You're the one causing pain and torture around the world. But we're the terrorists? That's a motherfucker, bro. I tell you, boy, Esau's a motherfucker. That's why you're gonna be destroyed. That's why you're gonna be destroyed, man. That's why you devils gonna get fucked up. It's gonna be beautiful when you do, man. When you finally get judgment, man, we gonna be praising the Lord, man. We praising the Lord now. And the Most High hasn't officially brought your ass down. We praising the Lord now, man. We praising him now. Yeah, you had Issachar. They never talk about the Issacharites that took in Judah to protect Judah when all hell was breaking loose. You know? Issachar would take in Judah, man. Just like the Reubenites. The Seminole Indians would take in Judah. But in the spirit, we know we're brethren, man. The tribes mingled amongst each other. It was all about tribes, man. All this black shit and all this fucking Latino shit and whatever titled Spanish, and these are all fucking new terms, man. shit's annoying as hell, boy. I rarely beat my horn. Unless it's like, you know, motherfuckers standing, like, sitting there for minutes and shit. They ain't moving, that's one thing. But motherfuckers beat their shit for no fucking reason. Yeah, a lot of brothers that think they're Judah, they're really Gad or Reuben, because Gadites, the Reubenites, all the tribe mingles amongst each other. So at the end of the day, man, you got dudes out there that say they're this tribe, and then all of a sudden later on they're another tribe. Oh, I'm Issachar, and then a couple of months later, oh, I'm Ephraim. You know what I'm saying? I'm Issachar, and now I'm Ephraim. Motherfucker, the Lord loves each tribe, man. Judah's the head, but the Lord loves all the tribes, man. The Lord loves all the tribes evenly, man. Don't get it fucked up. Naphtali, he loves Naphtali. He loves Asher, the less famous tribes, you know. Judah, Gad, Reuben, all that. Nah, man, Lord loves all the tribes, man. Stop tribe tripping. Lord loves all the tribes. There's 12,000 out of each tribe. All right, Lord loves Naphtali. Lord loves Asher. He loves all the tribes, man. He loves Manasseh, you know. Don't be on that bullshit. Cause you never know, man. You might think you're this tribe. Oh, I'm Judah. And go to find out that in the kingdom, when the kingdom's established, that you're not Judah. That you Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Zebulun. I mean, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we're Israelites. You know? I mean, for edification's sake, we'll talk to our people and break it down to them, because they don't know. So they need us to break it down to them like that, you know? Like, my dad is Dominican, right? But I don't know my father. You know what I mean? I don't know my dad. From what I wasn't raised with, I was raised with my mom. She's Ephraim. You know? From what I know, but I don't know. My dad might not be Simeon. He might be Benjamin, Levi, Judah, you know? Or Gad. Because over there in Dominican, Benjamin, Levi over there. So, you know? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. As long as you're an Israelite, it don't matter what tribe you're from. You know? You don't know where his father's from. You don't know where his father's from. That's why the scriptures say don't go into endless genealogy, man. You know, you got to go with the spirit. The spirit bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Heavenly Father. You know you're Israelite, why? Through the spirit, not through the records. To the actual physical, through the spirit. It's through the spirit that we know we're Israelites. We know we Israelites through the spirit, man. That's how we know. We know we Israelites through the spirit, man. Now, oh, my father's fathers is from this tribe. No, man. We can't go back that. Esau got the records, man. He knows who we are. That's how we know who we are. It's through the spirit. Esau got the records and he hid the records, hoping like hell that we will never wake up. But his dumb ass don't understand, because he's not spiritual. He's a fucking animal. That the Most High, we have a connection with our Father. We have a connection with the Heavenly Father. We got a connection with Yahweh. We have a connection with the angels, man. They know that, man. So even if you hit the actual physical records, we still have a connection with the Most High, man. Because it's in our DNA, like they say DNA in our spirit, man. And we descend from those people. So there's no new thing under the sun. We're spiritual people, man. That's why in these last days we'll resurrect into who we are, not by actual physical records. It's the spirit. As the scriptures say, the exceeding great army standing up on their feet. That's the spirit of the Lord. We actually have a spiritual connection with the Lord, man. Esau knows that. That's why it says, ye are gods. The men of the Lord were doing godlike things, man. Samson killed 1,000 Philistines with a jawbone of an ass. That's godlike, man. You kill 1,000 There's a higher force, a higher being making you do these miracles and wonders, man. And they know that. They know that's what we descend from. They know that's what we descend from, man. They know that. They know that's what we descend from. They know that. They know that very well. They hoping like hell that we don't wake up to who we are. They hoping like hell. Like, man, I hope these people don't wake up. Cause they wake up, man, it's gonna be some shit. It's gonna be some shit. These people wake up, man. They know that, man. What's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, man. Esau knows that, man. Esau knows, man. Yeah, Khan. Esau knows, man. What up, G?
I'll be back. I gotta take a look.
Alright.
I'm letting you know that I don't got a hangover, man.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You was getting turned up?
Huh?
You was getting turned up?
Too much, man. Sorry. Oh, I took some of the milk. I took 7 bags of potatoes in there.
Alright.
Potatoes were rotten.
Alright. Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Damn.
The was all over. That I figured you might want to leave that outside the pack, but I figured you might want to leave it outside with some little pieces in there.
Yeah, okay.
Just get that out.
Alright, we'll do that.
Alright, I'll be right back.
What's up, man? You need a Tylenol?
Huh?
You need a Tylenol?
That ain't no.
You sure? Make sure you drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
Hey, get hydrated. Yeah. People get Jake is catching hell, man. Jake is catching fucking hell. Jake is catching hell, boy. Mississippi and the southern states, the original people, simple, beautiful precept. Yeah, that's that. You can come any direction at me. I know what I'm talking about. I'm 100% Mississippian Indian. That's Egypt. If you want to be an Egyptian. That's on you, you know. I mean, the scriptures say, "How can two walk together lest they be agreed?" So, if you believe you're Egyptian, we're saying we're the Israelites, but you're saying you're an Egyptian. Scriptures say, "How can two walk together lest they be agreed?" So, we're not going to come in agreement. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? It is what it is. If you believe that you're Mississippian Indian or whatever it is, then you got to go on and teach that. And if the Spirit of the Lord is with you, your fruits are going to show, your works is going to show, you know. But you should be busy teaching your people or who they are. And if the Spirit is with you, the fruits is gonna come. They gonna come. The fruits are gonna come. You know, the fruits is gonna come. And if you're a Mississippi Indian, whatever it is, whatever doctrine it is that you have, it should be coming out to the four corners of the earth, and it should be shaking shit up, man. You know, but this Israelite thing is shaking shit up. Esau's attacking. He's saying that the FBI is saying that we're more dangerous than Al Qaeda. Why they tiling us black identity extremists? Why is he doing all of this, man? Think they're attacking us in the media. You remember January what they did? They straight out attacked the Israelites in the media. So there's an all-out assault on the Israelites, man. So it's obviously something that we're saying is getting the ones on top pissed. Meanwhile, you're saying you're a Mississippi Indian, but what we're teaching is an all-out assault on what we're saying. So obviously the people on top are fucking pissed off about what we're saying. You know? There's obviously something going on. When you got the FBI saying that black identity extreme is more dangerous than Al Qaeda, you know, but whatever you want to be Mississippi Indian, you want to be Kemet, whatever. Hey man, do whatever it is. We're here to tell you what it is. We're here to bring out the truth. Now, if you don't accept the truth, then that's on you. You know what I'm saying? The blood is off our hands. You know what I mean? The blood is off our hands. We're not going to sit here and go back and forth and hours and hours going, no, man, we at the end. Our job is to push the word, the elect. That's why the scriptures say it's not given unto them to know the mystery of the kingdom of heaven, but it's given unto you. You know? And it'd be the same guys, just having different YouTube accounts with different avatars, saying the same shit, man. You know? Maybe you had this one dude calling that was talking that, you know, oh, we're black some shit. You know, it's like, brother, look, man, at the end of the day, you believe what you gonna believe in, we gonna believe what we gonna believe in. You have faith what you have faith in, we have faith what we have faith in. We will soon find out what is the truth, because there's only one truth. So somebody's off. Somebody's off. There's only one truth. Somebody's off. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We are going to see at the end. You know, we can go back and forth and listen. Right now, this second, this place is still running. It's still running. It hasn't fully collapsed yet. But when the shit goes down, then we gonna see what's in the truth. Then we gonna see what's the truth, man. You know. You know, that's basically what we are, fugitive. You know, basically a government's coming for our people. See, when you come to this truth, you start having a ruling class mentality. The scriptures say the Most High is raising up a nation of kings and priests. Yahshua Allah, he is a prince of power. So how can you be a prince of power when you have no power, when you have no rulership? If you was to get a government right now, what would you do? How will you run it? You have to have laws, statute, commandments, and that's what we have. Civil laws, marriage laws, dietary laws, laws on how to conduct yourself in your everyday life, and that brings peace. So if you was to get a government right now, how will you run the government? If you was to get a government right now and get rules, you have to have rules, regulations, and laws. If Esau, these Rothschilds right now, this second, were to go down, and then we're the next coming up, let's say you and whatever doctrine and philosophy you have or whatever belief you have, if the Rothschilds was to get taken off of rulership right now, the people that rule this earth, these Edomites, were to get taken off of power, and you was to take over, how will you run the government? How will you run the new government under your rulership? And it's the spirit. It's in Al 144. I didn't know that. That's the spirit. How will you know that? You know what I'm saying? How will you know that? How will you run it? If you don't do it, if you don't run it right, your government's gonna collapse. Why do you think Esau's government's collapsing? Because he hasn't ran it right. Because he's the devil. He's wicked. You have to have law, statute, commandments, man, to rule a government, to have order in a society. You have to. Or if not, you're gonna have chaos and it's gonna collapse. That's why this system's collapsing, man. There's no morals, there's no valor, there's no honor. Transgenderism and all that. And then soon it's pedophilia. That's the next thing. They're getting into that pedophilia shit, man. They're getting into that pedophilia shit next. You know? So it's getting there, man. It's getting serious. You know? Yeah, but like I said, you know, brothers and sisters can't be putting too much energy into that. Cause that's just, like I said, man, you can't be just getting all up in that energy, man. That's just demons, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You got to keep it moving. You rebuke it and just keep going into the topics, man. You know, because we went to the chariots and we went to the kingdom, but you have to have the opposition to say something, to throw away all the energy. You know what I mean? Just rebuke the demon, and that's it, man. Just ignore this shit and just keep going with the prophecies, keep going with the scriptures, man. You know, that's it. Because the order's being established, man. You guys out there that say you want to do whatever you want to do, that's fine. And let's see if the Most High establishes you. The Spirit is with you. Then you're gonna have an army, right? Because the Lord says He's raising up an exceeding great army, and we all in one body. All the sincere brothers and sisters, you see, bringing out scriptures, bringing out topics, everything one brother says, the other brother's gonna say, because we all in one accord. So if the Spirit is with you, your fruits is gonna show. You shouldn't be on somebody else's live stream combating them, because you ain't gonna change the mind state that we're in. So you should be doing your own thing on your own platform, and the fruits will show. The fruits will show, man. And if you think you Kemet, I'm waiting for one of you Kemet dudes to actually go out there and really get in the Kemet spirit. Wear a dog head, wear an eagle head, get your eagle on. Right? Get your eagle on, man. Wear a dog head, wear an eagle head, right? Shave your eyebrows, shave your head bald, shave your beard, shave your eyebrows, wear mascara, wear the ancient Egyptian garments, and go out there and wear a dog head and go teach. Go teach. In the dead of winter, I want to see that. If we make it here in the dead of winter, if the society don't collapse before then, I want to see you in the winter time, dressed like an Egyptian, right? With no shirt on, with just the jewelry on, the Egyptian jewelry on, with the garments, freezing your ass off, making yourself a living sacrifice for what you believe in, ready to die. I want to see it. I guess I'll hold the camera for you. You know what, man? I'm gonna say it right now. Any one of you Kemet cats or whatever, you get in the spirit of Kemet, put on the whole dog head, dress up like an ancient Egyptian, like the god of Seth or Isis or whatever it is, and I'll hold the camera for you, man. I'll hold the camera for you. Right in the dead of winter, though. Not in the summertime when it's nice and warm. In the wintertime when it's freezing, I will hold the camera for you while you're teaching. But you gotta be consistent, though. In season, out of season. Because if we make it in the winter, Lord willing we don't, but if we here in the winter, through the Spirit of the Lord, we're gonna be enduring out there teaching in the cold. So you believe in what you believe in, you gotta be out there in the cold. You gotta be out there making your body living sacrifice, get in the spirit of Kemet. See how we wear our ancient garments? Because that's in the Lord, that's how our ancient ancestors dress. You have to get into that ancient spirit. You got to get into that spirit, man. The Egyptian spirit. Go out there in the freezing cold and dress up like an ancient Egyptian, man. You ain't gonna do that shit, man. Because you know why? Because you're full of shit. That's why. That's one thing I always say. Like, if you're really about it, be about it. If you're really passionate in what you're saying, be about it. Don't just talk about it. Actually be about it. Show the people. Show the people, man. Be consistent with it, man. And that's how you know it's the truth, because everybody's coming against the Israelites, man. Everybody's coming against the Israelites. Why is that? We got the truth. We in our own lane pushing this truth. We got all these different religions and philosophies and doctrines coming against us, man. Because they see this thing growing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger, because it's the truth. It's the Spirit of the Lord. It's not of man, it's of the Spirit, man. If it was of man, it would have came to naught. It's not of man. That's why it's growing and growing and growing, man. You know? Wearing a dog head. That's fucked out. Yeah, the god of Seth. You know? Get in that spirit. The Horus, right? We'll put the eagle. The whole eagle shit on. Get in the spirit, man. Stop the bullshit. Get in that spirit. Really be about it, man. Stop the bullshit. You know? You know, look. For you Kemet cats and all that, get in the spirit, man. Get in the spirit. Go out there in the streets and teach. Dressed up like that. Go out there in the streets and teach, dressed up like that, man. You gotta get in the spirit, man. Get in the spirit, man. Go out there, all you Kemet cats. Listen, man, I'll give you my word. All you Kemet cats, tell you right now, I want to be Egyptians. Want to see you dressed up like this, right? Want to see you dressed up like this, man. Out there teaching to your people that we're Egyptians. In the cold, too. Now that it gets cold, in the wintertime, we still here. Be out there dressed just like this. Out there teaching. What's up, sis? What's going on? Gotta get in the spirit, man. Be about it. Come on, man. You know? Look at that. Yeah, that's in them Hamites, man. Get in the spirit, man. You gotta get in the spirit. Yo, we got all this teaching from ancient Rome. Yeah, con. What's going on, Leon? What's going on? Yup, he got all this teaching from ancient Rome, yup, and Babylonian customs. And he actually got married in an Egyptian pyramid. Doing all types of rituals with his wife, man. Doing all types of rituals with his wife. That's all types of sexual magic, man. You know? You know, we at the end of this thing, man. He was doing all types of satanic rituals, doing all types of sexual magic. That's how you know he was set up by a higher force, man. Because who funded him to do that? To have his freaking honeymoon in ancient Egypt, man. He dressed up straight up, man, just like freaking Alexander the Greek, just like them ancient pharaohs. He was conjuring up that spirit, you know. But we at the end of this thing. Lord willing, we'll be going live later on today, giving all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. We at the end of this thing. The Lord's about to take this place down. Modern day Egypt, which is spiritually Egypt, Mississippi, Arizona, Phoenix, Memphis, Tennessee. Those were cities that were named in Egypt. The obelisks, the capital needle, those were symbols that go back to even at Babylon, which that's really what the Egyptians did. They copied all the customs of the Babylonians, man. That's what the Mizraim, the Egyptians did, them Hamites. It was nothing but the same Hamite deities coming back from them Babylonians, them Cushites, man. So it's all them demonic forces. It's all the same shit, it's just different titles. You have Semiramis and Tammuz. The story was Semiramis and Tammuz in Babylon. Then you had what in Egypt? You had Horus, you had Seth, and Mother Goddess Isis, man. You know, the Mother Goddess Isis. Osiris, Isis, then you had Horus and Seth. It's the same story, man. That's Semiramis and Tammuz, man. It's the same shit. You know? It's the same stories coming back. There's different names. It's all the same shit, man. And it's all sick shit when you go into it. Incest, weirdo shit, man. Them ancient Egyptians was weird. That's why Most High said don't go into them ancient Egyptian ways. Esau's weird. I'm looking at society. You got apps, men turning into acting like women, women turn into men, apps, LGBT, everything. That Esau's just a weirdo. These heathens are just weird. That's why they got to be destroyed and be brought down, man. And the righteous gonna rule. That's the kingdom of heaven. Yahweh Shai ruling and the 144,000 with him, man. It's the same shit, man. It's the same shit coming back. It's the same shit coming back, man. So here it is, Esau. You think you going into all these ancient Hamitic deities? What makes you think you're not going to be destroyed? You're going to be destroyed, man. You're going to be destroyed. The Most High destroy them. He's going to destroy you. Shit, our people was dove into that. King Solomon was going into that. He had the greatest knowledge of good and evil, 360 degrees of good and evil, because he knew left and right. And he was dove into the left. He was dove into the left side. He was dove into the dark side. And then look what happened. He fell. But that was for his purpose, because you gotta know good and evil. And we know what's evil now, man. We know what it is to break the law, statute, commandments. We see how far gone our people are, straying away from the Most High. Straying away from the law, statute, commandments, man. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, and they go into captivity because of it. And we're totally lost in darkness, in gross darkness, man. But in the last days, we're waking up to who we are in our captivity, man. The Spirit of the Lord is waking us up, man. We know what it is to break the law, statute, commandments. We know the consequences. Slavery, being destroyed, being oppressed, being under the curses in Deuteronomy 28. And now we're coming back to remembrance. The Lord is waking us up. Through the sacrifice of Yahweh Shai going on that cross 2,000 plus years ago. Now we're coming back to remembrance of who we are. And all Israel going to be saved ultimately when the Messiah comes back. But starting right now, it's going to be the 1/3. And the kingdom is going to be all of Israel. But right now, it's going to be the 1/3. You know? We at the end of this thing, man. We at the end. We know what it is to break the law, statutes, commandments. And of the curses that follow us, man. How you have these heathens ruling over us and oppressing us, man. Well, the scriptures say, what? We're going to oppress those that oppress us. We're going to take the strangers, and they're going to be servants and handmaids, man. Our servants and handmaids. And we're going to oppress those that oppress us. We're going to put in captivity those that put us in captivity. It's that simple, man. Judgment, vengeance, payback. He that leads to captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. For thy advise against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee. And shame is coming for you, Esau. All the wickedness that you've done to the children of Israel is coming for you. Since you didn't hate blood, blood's coming for you, man. The Lord's going to visit you. The day of vengeance burns in his heart. Payback, man. And the Lord's going to back us up. The Lord going to pay. They're going to repay back vengeance, man. Upon your asses, man. The Lord going to defend us. We waiting for the Lord to defend us, man. That's why we sign and crying to the Lord. And in history, when we sign and cry to our Lord, our ancient ancestors, the Most High destroyed our enemies. So we sign and crying to the Lord to destroy our enemies. Just like in the ancient world with King David. King David sighed and cried to the Lord, and the Lord always delivered King David from his enemies. Even with all King David's faults, committing murder, adultery, the Lord still had mercy on King David, man, and still destroyed his enemies, man, and delivered him. He caught hell, but ultimately he had mercy on him, man. And that's now. We fell off. We fell way the hell off as a people, all of us, man. But the Lord still had mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel. And going to destroy those that destroyed us. So it's that simple. Yeah, we served that captivity, but our captivity is almost over. Your captivity is going to start. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can sigh and cry. You can martial law, concentration camps, implement the mark of the beast chip, which is all prophecy anyway, you stupid ass. And then your ass going to go head first underground into slavery to the pits of hell, which is a system. And our system is going to be hell for you, just like your system is hell for us. Our heaven is your hell. Just like your heaven is fucking our hell, man. There's been nothing but hell for our people, man. We're about to be liberated soon, so stay strong. Give all praise Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Stay in the spirit, man. Be circumspect. You know, keep on them prayers. Charity wipe away multitudes of sins. And stay strong, Lord willing. You know, we'll be back at it. And who knows, man? Something we don't know what the hell can happen. You know, you might think, oh, later on we'll get back at it, and something major pops off, major EMP attack or whatever the case may be, man. You know. But we out of this thing, man. Stay strong. Be positive, man. Kingdom minded. Yeah, we under the curses, yeah. But don't dove so crazy into that shit, because it'll bug you the fuck out and you'll get mad and you'll go back in the world. Stay positive. Stay with that enlightenment. Stay with that positivity, that positive energy, man. That positive spirit, you know? Stay with that positive spirit, man. Think about the kingdom, why you're doing this, man. You're not doing this in vain. Your works is going to go with you, the Lord said. So everything that you lose for the Lord's name, for the Lord's sake, everything that you lost, you're going to get back 100-fold, man. Whatever it is. So to get deeper, you don't really lose nothing because you're going to get everything back anyway and more. You know what I'm saying? You lost family, you lost loved ones, you lost whatever it is that you lost, man. You're going to get back 100-fold. He promised Peter that, man. And he promised the elect that. He promised the elect that. So don't worry about it. Keep the good fight of faith. Keep fighting no matter what, man. Don't give up. And the elect are not going to give up. The 2/3 are going to give up. You know? And we pray that it ain't us. We pray the Lord have mercy on us and keep the spirit on us to keep enduring. Psalms 51. Because this is an honorable thing, man. This honor have all his saints. And what is the Lord going to do in return? He's going to give us the power when Yahushua comes back to king and he changes us into immortals and gods once again. We're going to arrest these devils, man. We're going to arrest them and bring them to justice, man. This honor have all his saints to bind their kings and nobles with fetters of iron, to arrest them and bring them to justice. That's beautiful, man. Doesn't that make you want to like fight more? Doesn't that make you want to keep going? Real soon the Lord gonna give it. The Lord said, I will lay vengeance upon Esau by the hand of my people Israel. He gonna raise us up to arrest these Rothschilds, at least these Edomites, and bring them to justice, man. Under the king Yahushua. Under the king, man. The Lord's gonna let us have fun. He's gonna. That's an honorable thing. To finally take these devils out of rulership and bring them and arrest them and bring them up to charges for all the wickedness that they've done. Isn't that an honorable thing? That's an honorable. That ain't no more honorable than that. And that's gonna be written in the books. How Esau went down, how his empire went down, how he got brought to, how justice was served for the children of Israel, and justice has not been served for us, man. We have not got payback. We have not got vengeance for what happened to our people. But the Lord's gonna bring vengeance, man. That's why the chariots are showing more and more. And it's going to be more and more signs of the Lord. Signs of the second coming. You know? We have to end of this thing. Shalom, stay strong.